Welcome to National Headlines. National Headlines is a program where we give you the headlines of almost all relevant national newspapers in the country. So you can sit back and enjoy the news while we get you we'll sort out all the news, important news from every newspaper, their headlines, and we will offer it to you. So that's the program, and let's start with the Times of India. Today's Times of India, the headline says, deliberate interference with system caused crash, says official. Team from CBI reaches site, begins probe. As the CBI on Monday started its probe into the Balasore train accident, top railway official once again stressed that the crash took place because of deliberate interference with the electronic interlocking system. So we all know that the government was talking about deliberate interference with the interlocking system. That is what even the minister said yesterday. Today, even the CBI has stressed it. Now, and the second headlines that I would like to get to your notice is India bagged 73% of H-1B visa in 2022. Indian-born people again cornered the lion's share of H-1B visa applications approved by the US Citizenship and Immigration Services in the fiscal year of 2022, year ending September 30th, 2022, getting 3.2 lakh or 72.6% of the total 4.41 lakh such visas granted. So we have got the maximum visas. This is Times of India. Let's move on to Indian Express. Indian Express headline remains the same. Quick fix of green signal to Coromandel, likely cost of Odisha train accident. Malfunctioning level crossing gate may have led to tampering of the location box. This is the Indian Express version. So that's their headlines today. The second headlines that I would like to get to your notice, again from Indian Express, bookies claim loss of 1,000 crores in a chat with Amrita Fadnavis. Amrita Fadnavis, wife of Deputy CM Devendra Fadnavis. Anil Jaisinghani, who was arrested in the connection with the alleged blackmail and extortion of Amrita Fadnavis, wife of Deputy Chief Minister Devendra Fadnavis, has claimed to have suffered a loss of 1,000 crores in the past. Alleged bookie Jaisinghani made the claim in a chat with Amrita Fadnavis, saying the loss was because he was on the run for 8 years in 17 cases registered against him. The chat are part of the 733-page charge sheet submitted by the Mumbai police against Jaisinghani, his daughter Aniksha and cousin brother Nirmal for allegedly blackmailing and trying to extort rupees 10 crores from Amrita after she declined to accept her offer of rupees 1 crore to help her father. Amrita had claimed in her FIR that after she refused their offer, the father-daughter duo started sending videos and voice chats to her. Now, this is a case that is very, very interesting, and let's keep an eye on this particular case. Another headline that we want to talk about is CWG medalist wrestler told me something very wrong. One witness who has in her testimony to the Delhi police corroborated a wrestler's allegation of sexual harassment against Wrestling Federation chief Brij Bhushan Singh is 2010 Commonwealth Games gold medalist Anita. Speaking to the Indian Express, Anita, 38, said that the complainant had called her from a tournament abroad to share the incident where Singh has allegedly called her to his room and forcibly hugged her. I'm going to talk about this particular story and a few more interesting developments in this story today. So watch out for my report on this one. We go further. Remove hurdles in defense sales, technical transfers. India tells United States. This is what Indian Express looks. Now let's move on to the Hindu. Hindu's headline today is as follows. First headline, as always, railway to secure signaling equipments with double lock. Month-long safety drive to be launched to ensure cabins which house such equipments are provided with dual lock access system. Official told to inspect and ensure that SMS alert is generated upon opening and closing of relay rooms. So that's their headline today. 51 hours after the accident, service resume Howrah Chennai line. That's the second headline that I would get to your notice. The third one is service PMI signals sustained growth pace. Service sector output grew at the second fastest pace in 13 years in May as per the S&P Global India Services PMI Business Activity Index, which eased to 61.2 from 62 in April. This triggered to an uptick in the new jobs generated. That was the highest so far in 2023. So service sector gone up. Good news. Let's go to our next newspaper, that is Hindustan Times. And again, the headlines here slightly different to that of the others. Much less spend on renewal of tracks than CAG flagged, says data, according to Hindustan Times. Hindustan Times says, with questions being asked of its track maintenance following the horrific accident in Balasore on Friday, Indian Railway has said that it spent rupees 13,523 crores from a non-lapsable Rashtriya Rail Sanchar Kosh on replacing old tracks in 2020-21, although the number was still short by 44,936 crores of the amount the Controller and Auditor General of India estimated would be the need for the purpose. So this is the headline in Hindustan Times. Let's go over to Economic Times and let's look at Economic Times headline. Economic Times headline reads as follows: Go First seeks DGCA nod to restart operations with 22 aircraft. Says it requires rupees 200 crores to resume flying, has access to 400 crores, expect plan approval in a week. Vadia Group owned airline Go First has sought approval to restart flights with 22 planes for the next 5 months. The Director General of Civil Aviation has asked them for a resumption plan last week after meeting the Go First management. So chances are Go First will be back on air. This is broadly what the story is. Today, I think more so the newspaper is dominated by the Balasore train accident, reiterating the fact that it was the point machine that was the culprit and trying to figure out different ways to ensure this doesn't happen again. So that's the first one. Second one is about Amrita Fadnavis, Devendra Fadnavis' wife, where there is a 733 pages charge sheet where the Booker was talking to Devendra Fadnavis' wife, Amrita Fadnavis, about his loss of 10,000 crores. Mind you, Amrita Fadnavis had filed a FIR against this bookie for extortion and threat. So that's the second story. And the third story, which I'm going to elaborate on in my report, is the wrestler. One of the wrestlers' complaint was corroborated by another wrestler when this particular victim had called this lady from somewhere outside of India, where she was asked by Brij Bhushan Sharan Singh to come into his room and try to hug her and all of that. So this case is getting muckier, but I want to talk more about this case as the day progresses. And till I see you tomorrow at 12 o'clock with national headlines, take care.